On today's episode, we're super excited to have Tanielu Tele'a, a professional rugby player who recently played for the Highlanders. An incredible career representing Samoa under-20s, New Zealand under-20s, Auckland NPC, Counties Manukau, the Blues, and then, like I said, most recently the Highlanders. Welcome on our show.
Thanks for having me, Zach. Good to
Man,
Good to be here, man. Thank you.
Yeah, we finally got you back to Auckland and got you on the mic.
Good to be home.
Not just a sports player, but a sports journalist, if you must.
A few years ago, but yeah, I was pretty keen on keeping up with sports and still am now. But yeah, not writing as much, but
West Tigers fanatic.
Yeah, big time Tigers. I got heaps of teams, but yeah.
Big time Knicks.
One of them. Yeah, Tigers.
Shout out Knicks.
Tigers, Knicks. I was gonna wear my jersey, but I didn't want to come in too strong. Tigers, Knicks, the Vikings, Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, those are my main three. But yeah, keep up with my sports.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, firstly, thanks so much. Like we said, thanks so much for coming on. It's so good to have someone of your caliber come on and share some of your stories.
Cool.
But yeah, if you could just, I guess, looking back on your early childhood and kind of just tell our listeners a little bit about like what growing up was like for you, like through school and then into college, I guess.
Yeah. So firstly, I was born in Middlemore Hospital in 1998, a while ago now. Just turned 28. Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, turned 28 a couple of days ago. And spent my first few years out south with my parents, and then I was about 2 or 3 years old. We moved back to GI, right next to my grandparents, and I've been there ever since. Really, I went to Point England School. Me and all of my siblings have gone through there now. And I went from there, from Point England, I went to St. Kitts College. So, from there, I moved into our Auckland Academy, where my rugby career kind of took off. So
kicked off.
But from a young age, I played rugby league. So from about 5 years old, I was playing league for Mount Wellington Warriors.
Oh yeah, yep. Shout out Mount Wellington.
Not around anymore, but some pretty good memories there. Learned all the hard stuff, just how to tackle, how to run, and then along the way I was playing rugby at Point England as well. My mum was a teacher there from when I started all the way till when I finished, and she's only just finished teaching at Point England a few years ago.
Yep.
She taught there for 21 years. My sister's now teaching at Point England, did a stint at Pemio Bridge too. And so we got some pretty strong roots in GI, and then my dad, he's been in GI his whole life too, pretty much. He went to Tamaki College as well. So, and we go to church in Tamaki PIC, just around the corner from our house. So, got a lot of friends and loved ones around us. So, that's where we've been. And then, so picking back up to when I left school, I went to Auckland Rugby Academy.
Mm-hmm.
From there, picked up contract with the Auckland Rugby Union.
Okay.
Where I made kind of like my first professional debut. So I played Samoa under-20s, like you mentioned.
Yep.
New Zealand under-20s. Played with the Blues at the Brisbane Tens.
Oh yes.
In my second year of school, we won that.
Oosh.
And then from there, played for Auckland Mitre 10, where we won the competition 2018. Played only a few games that year. But it was still one of my favorite seasons.
Man.
Some really cool people.
There was all your boys and stuff that you're really close with too.
All the boys, we came through together, and now they're all carving it up. So, and then the following year, I made my Super Rugby debut for the Blues. Spent 5 years with the Blues. Some great memories as well as some tough times, and then spent the past 3 years down in Dunedin with the Highlanders.
Man.
And in between those super seasons, I played for Auckland and for Counties as well. So, been a professional rugby player now for around 8-9 years.
Wow.
And
Man, it seems like ages, eh?
yeah, well, it does and it doesn't too. You know,
Yeah,
it's
true.
all gone pretty quick at the same time. But yeah, I'm here now, and you know, I'm thankful to God that I'm still healthy and I'm able to do something I'm pretty passionate about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, man, you're like, I think people that know you know that you've had a tough some seasons with injury, and I mean, you're such a strong person in yourself to be able to. A lot of people would have given up at certain points, but you just keep bouncing back. And I mean, credit to you this season that you've had at the Highlanders. Missed what? I think you said 2 games, was it?
Missed a couple. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's probably the healthiest I've been
best
in
season?
a super
Yeah.
season. So yeah, thanks to God for that as well. Yeah,
Man,
for
man.
sure.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool to see you from. I think I was talking to your mum earlier, and I said I remember coming to watch you play for St. Kitts, and then having your mum so close to me in my life, I've been able to see your whole career kind of come through, and it's been, man, you're just killing it.
Sure, nah.
You just well done you. It's so cool, like I said, to have you on here and be able to tell you a bit about us, a bit about yourself. And
and appreciate everyone who's helped me on my journey already so far, like people like yourself and Mr. J. He's been a diehard and always keeping up. Yeah, and just everyone who's really helped me along the way, because it's pretty cool to think about the people who have helped me get to where I am now, and Point England's a huge part of that for me. So yeah.
And I know you mentioned your last name, Tele'a. It's a very prominent name in GI. A lot of people, when you say it, like I said, the connections with the church you have, and with Point England, and with your dad going to Tamaki and stuff. There's not many people that don't know your family around here.
Oh yeah, well I think a lot of that could probably be credited to my old lady. So yeah, everyone's like, oh, it's Mr. Tele'a's son, and all of us. So yeah, it's probably got a lot to do with my mum and my dad. They're pretty hard out in the community, and they've always kind of been their way. So yeah, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah. And raising a big family as well as being such a prominent figure in the community as well.
Even though like maybe us the kids are a little bit more like shy, or my parents are just out there, and they do their thing for the community. So yeah, shout out mum and dad.
Hard out. Well, take us back to February 2019. We'll have a bit of a shunt back our memory. You're in Durban, and you make your debut for the Super Rugby for the Blues.
Yeah.
When you're sitting on that bench, tell our listeners like a little bit what's going through your head. Like what are you thinking at that point?
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. It just makes me, I remember just sitting there. I think the day before, I got presented my jersey.
Okay.
And it was Manoni. Manoni did my jersey presentation, and I was just sitting there, and I was like, holy, like one of the greatest players ever, presenting my jersey to me, and like I was just the whole time just in a bit of a buzz, and remember turning up to the stadium, and like it was just real hot. Half of the stadium was like in the shade, and the other half was in the sun. It's kind of like that rugby away kind of field, and I was just like, firstly buzzing out how I was in South Africa. I was like, what am I doing here? And then like seeing how big the South African boys were, I was like,
oh really?
Am I supposed to be here right now? But then ended up getting on the field. We lost.
Went over for a try though.
Yeah, I went over for a try. Shout out to Otere Black, threw me a
beautiful ball,
hell of a seed, and I just got over. And then I was like, sucks, man. Played Super Rugby, so it was pretty cool. Yeah,
man.
That's what I remember.
And then was it the following week that you started? Was it?
Yep. So after that, I got named to start in Argentina.
Yep.
So from South Africa, we flew to Argentina, and then I was starting that game. It was a bit of a rough one for me, and we lost. But I was still just like, man, I'm traveling, traveling the world, playing rugby with my mates.
How old are you at that point?
I was 20 at that point. So I was just like, I was just really like living it up. Just
could imagine.
Pretty excited, young fella. So yeah, it was pretty cool. So, introduction to pro sports for me.
It's a dream, eh?
Yeah.
It's a dream, to be able to, you're traveling the world, ticking off something off your bucket list, and you're also being able to be with your best mates, playing a sport that you love. It's...
Can't ask for much more.
Roll the clip. Got our debut try right here. Oh, that ball. Bang. So take you back.
Yeah, way skinnier back then. Few knee-ops ago.
Yeah, actually.
Nah, good times.
Where it all started, eh?
Yo.
If we think back to Point England and school life, early school life, can you remember some of the early kind of opportunities you had to use technology to create, or to use technology creatively, I should say?
Yeah, I think there were heaps from a very young age. Like I remember doing just heaps of like animations and just like slideshows or even like claymations. And then we got given like cameras like from a pretty young age to go and, you know, create storylines or like just things to put on PNN. So yeah, everyone at Point England knows what PNN is. It's kind of the
Point England News Network.
Point England News Network, where all the kids and the classes get to share what they're up to. And I had to come in most mornings and film the news with my mum and my sister. Come in nice and early and read the script. And then we all as a school collectively had to get pretty good at using cameras and computers from pretty much since I can remember, like year 3 onwards.
Yeah.
Up until year 8. So we were pretty savvy with the keyboard and that, especially my sister. She's pretty good with the cameras, and you know she's still doing photography now. So there was heaps of opportunities for us to kind of just express ourselves in their way. Yeah, from a very early age.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
So I suppose if we what's claymation? I've never heard of that before.
It's just like when you're using like clay or like Play-Doh, and then it's like you take snaps. And then it's kind of like
the stop-go animations.
Yeah, is it like
kind of like that or no?
What's the movie? Is it WALL-E or something?
Oh yes.
Oh, like that kind of style is what I mean. Like I just remember us like moving a little bit of clay one piece at a time and take a photo.
Oh yeah,
and then I just remember someone doing that.
Oh, that's cool.
But that was just like one of the things that popped in my head.
Another creative chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I guess going into year 7, you're the first cohort of intermediate at the school?
Yeah, we were. So we didn't have year 8 straight away. It was year 7.
Oh, okay.
By themselves, and then year 8, and then year 7 and 8. So,
get you.
Yeah, we were kind of like,
you were kind of like
guinea
the
pigs. Yeah.
And so it was then when you received your first netbook?
I think so. Yeah, like full time.
Yeah.
I remember, like they came in these massive cases, and all of us were like sitting there like, far out. And then we all got given one each, and then I think that sounds like when a lot of the Manaiakalani stuff kind of took off.
Get you.
But yeah, it was a while ago now. Shucks, I can't even remember how long ago.
20 years.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, nearly.
Yeah.
So like when you get this like netbook, how did that kind of change? Do you remember how it kind of changed education for you?
Well, I think it just kind of sped up a lot of like how we could express our own like takes on things.
Mm-hmm.
Like it'd probably be a bit harder to get your thoughts out like on a pen and paper for a lot of kids. So for me, like it just became a lot more efficient, like in terms of like how I could share what I was thinking, really. Not gonna lie though, you know, there were a few distractions, like we could play a few more games and stuff, but you know, when we were focused, like computers definitely, like I feel sped up how we could just share our thoughts, really share our experiences. That's how I think about it.
So if you think of like I know you were so fluent with like iMovie and editing and all that stuff. Right. Can you tell our viewers like a little bit about that, like what that was like for you?
Thinking about it now, it's pretty crazy like how good we were as kids, like at that stuff. Like I was probably better back then than I am now, to be honest, with like technology.
Yeah.
And a lot of it came down to just, just how forward thinking everyone was. Like, especially Mrs. Burt was big on, like, you know, kids being able to produce and create things and just use, you know, the natural creativity and curiosity that kids have.
Yeah.
So, iMovie, podcasting, blogging, and then there's probably a lot more things now that I don't even know about. But yeah, it was just a real cool time where, you know, we were encouraged to imagine, and then, you know, you just create whatever you think or feel, and that was pretty cool.
It's funny, like you say that at the time, and I know, like, in our other episodes, one question that I've asked, and it's been an interesting question, is like, was there at any point in time in your education where, like, and you're right, you were so fluent in podcasting and speaking through PNN, through the news network, and you were so, like, editing movies was just normal for you in education. Right. Was there any time during your education where you kind of thought, like, other kids don't have this? Like, man, we're different than other schools?
Yeah. I think because it was so new at the time, like in my time at Port England, like I wasn't quite aware of it. But then the further and further away I got from Port England, like, so, you know, as I got older, went to high school, left high school, I was like, man, like, it was pretty cool and pretty different what we were doing back then, because, like, you know, the more I was around different kind of schools or people from different places, I definitely felt like, it was a point of difference in a good way. Like, you know, the way I kind of grew up and the way Port England kind of did it, it was pretty bold, I feel, at the time. And it was like, it was just cool to be a part of. So, yeah, there's been heaps of moments where I kind of reflect and think, like, man, like, you know, it just felt like, we were doing something pretty rare or just new at the time. Yeah. Now that I look back at it,
I suppose it makes it makes it different. Like, it's I suppose it makes it fun because you're not just doing the core basics of things. Like, it's integrating so many other things into your education as well. But
big time.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask you. I know that back in the day, a lot more, especially when Point England and Manaiakalani were in schools, it was very it was rare for the world in New Zealand that technology was being used so prominently, I guess. Yeah. Was there something that you remember in terms of, like, the news or the media or something that happened that you can remember, kind of thing?
Oh, during my time at school?
Sorry, yes, when you were like, maybe you're sick. Every time,
Nah, I think something that just popped into my mind straight away was the Olympics, the 2008 Olympics. Okay. Like, I think our school at the time made it our, like, focus.
Okay.
So, like, sports and the history of the Olympics and sports.
Yeah.
And, I just remember jumping on, like, this kind of wave of, like, interest in the Olympics. And at the time we were blogging. Yep. And so, like, would go home, watch whatever was on TV, whether it was swimming or, you know, shot put or 100 meters. You know, Usain Bolt was going at the time, Michael Phelps. So a lot of, like, the crazy athletes, you know, of the modern day were on TV, and I feel like that kind of just really made my interest in sports and, well, technology and blogging, like, kind of take off. And then, that's kind of where I feel like a lot of my, like, interests I have now were it was kind of like the origin for a lot of where my love for sports came from. You know, because we had that as a focus for our school, and then, well, I just like mucking around outside too, sports. So that's kind of one thing I can remember, the real big focus on the Olympics at the time, 2008.
And so did that kind of, like, spark an interest for yourself to do, like, personal research? Was that, like, something that you enjoyed doing? Yeah,
at the time, like, so, I was just crazy about sports ever since I can remember. So, I'll just get a hold of any article. So, like, well, there's a lot more information out there now, but articles, were kind of where you would go to find things out about teams or athletes or players. So even magazines, sports magazines. So that's a big part of like how I kind of became a fan of teams or of an athlete or a player.
Yeah,
that's what
cool,
I can kind of remember. Yeah,
I remember you'd mentioned something previously about you doing an interview with was it John Key at the time?
Yeah.
Was that something that you'd done?
I don't even know how that came to be, but like he came out to I think just across the road here.
To Teodoro or something?
Where Teodoro is now, but at the back, me and I think it was Sela.
Pamaka?
Yeah, Sela Pamaka. Yeah, we did an interview with the Prime Minister and we had to ask him a few questions. I don't even know how that happened, but it was probably one of the crazier things I could say I've done.
Was it like leading up to election or something?
It must have been, like how he could help our community out and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
We asked about, if he could chuck in a playground or something, but I don't think it came to fruition. So, stink, dude.
At least you tried.
Yeah, well, we gave it our best. So, yeah. Or cheaper swimming pool prices, but it's $10 now, so didn't work.
Hey, at least people are trying.
Yeah. Nah, we're trying, man. We're trying our best, but all good. Keep going.
And then I know that was it Tangata Pacifica had come into school at some point?
Yeah.
Do you remember what that was for?
Yeah, I think it was just like they were keen to get an insight on what we were doing as a school because, at the time it was pretty different, out in quote unquote lower Dessau area, like we're doing some pretty cool things. So they were just keen to come and see, what we got up to. And it's just what we already talked about, filming content to share with students, blogging, all that kind of stuff. They did a piece on it and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
It was a cool little segment.
I think the crazy thing that I still think at the time is like how much at the time you just kind of realize this is the norm.
Yeah.
And I keep going back to it, but I just think like how much at the time you just think, this is actually the norm of what education looks like for me. Mm-hmm. These opportunities to create, these opportunities to share with the world. And we're going to talk about your blogging platform quite soon. But there were so many great opportunities like that. Hence the reason that these people are coming in. But
yeah, big time. Looking back at it now, like I just think like Port England was kind of ahead of its time in a pretty positive way, like giving kids technology and steering them in the right way, like how to use technology, like the good it can do. Because obviously there's a lot of negatives to it as well, but under the right kind of guidance, like technology is pretty awesome. Yeah, it can connect people. Yeah, in a good way. Yeah.
So when we look at kind of like the Manaiakalani's pedagogy around like learn, create, share being one of the big ones and share being one of the things that you did incredibly well. I know you're a humble person, but I'm gonna blow you up.
Nah. A lot of it probably was because of my olds, but it's a good thing too. They knew what they were doing in a good way.
I mean, if we we'll do another run the clip, but I'll just I do want to bring it up because I know out of like all of our kids ever since you've been at in a Manaiakalani school have their own blog, and one thing that you kind of did is you really set a platform for other students to show them what you can achieve on their blog. I mean, your blog still gets shared to this day to other kids being like you, and it doesn't just have to be your learning that you do that day, and that's something that you did a lot as you went out of your way to post your match reports and your all that stuff there. So what I'll do is I'll bring it up and I love it if you could ever talk about it. So this is the famous blog right here.
Damn. That backdrop's still fire.
I mean, one thing I actually, you know what? To introduce this blog, there's a little magazine article here, Idea Log. Is that how you say it? Idea Log. I'm just going to read the introduction. Take you a little trip down memory lane. Tanielu. So it's called The Pundit. It's this here for our viewers. And it says this. Got people following and commenting on your blog daily from around the world. Check. Interviewing the likes of the Warriors and Ruben Wiki. Check. You're number 1 in a Google search. Check. You're 10 years old. That's Tanielu Tele'a, New Zealand's youngest up-and-coming sports reporter.
Shucks.
That's the intro.
Nah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, forgot about that. Yeah.
Like, does that, like, hearing that, like, what does that mean?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's a bit weird because I kind of forgot. I've forgotten a lot about, you know, I don't know, just my journey, especially as a younger kid. But, yeah, I just remember, like, or even looking at this blog now, like, a lot of it was just, like, just genuine, like, passion for, you know, sports and giving my 2 cents about it, really. And, yeah, it's just, like, you know, the power of curiosity and, like, being a kid and, like, having that kind of energy to want to share. And that's kind of what I think about when you read that.
It's powerful, man.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
I mean, like, there's so much cool stuff about this, like how you did, like, you interviewed Ruben Wiki with some things, but I mean, the one crazy thing that blows my brain, this is a time, just to give, like, some context to our viewers, this is a time when the Olympics is on, right? So the Olympics is huge. One thing that blows my brain is the page views. I mean, this is only since 2010. So this is kind of because when did you leave Point England?
My last year at Point England was 2011.
Yeah, so so you had about, 18 more months? And then after that, I mean, that's crazy to see how many views. And I think one of the other cool things is in 2008, so in 2008, this here kind of on this cluster map shows all the views from around the world that your blog had. 2,050 different visits.
That was cool.
The crazy thing is like, this is all like America. All these people from America are like watching. And I mean, I'll show you some of the things. I think personally my favorite was all your West Tigers match reports.
Yeah. Those are my favorites.
Those were the coolest ones.
Yeah.
So this is one of Tanielu's match reports. And it's just, what kind of happened when you did this report? Would you kind of watch the game and then do it? Like, what did the process look like?
Oh, yeah. Again, like, a lot of it was just like a young kid who just, like, loves sport and then, you know, so happens to be able to write something up about it. Probably not the best grammar or the best
hey, don't worry, it's the content.
But yeah, it was just like, I genuinely loved watching sports and, I just go on and write it up, like what I was thinking or feeling at the time, and then, you know, I just posted it, and then, that kind of just became a bit of a habit. You know, whatever was on TV, whether it was something like it was always in sports, but like, you know, a league match or the Olympics or boxing or anything that I was interested in, I just, as a student, really, we were just told to, you know, anything you see that you enjoy or want to share about, just write it down. And
it was kind of like your platform.
Post it, just go for it, have fun with it, and that's kind of what it turned into,
I think looking back like now, like it's, when you look back at it, I mean, there'll be so many memories that you'll see when you watch it, but it's, we're a Benji Marshall.
Shout out Benji.
Fanatic. Yo. We love a bit of Benji magic.
Sign me up, Benji, sign me up.
Oh, it's just so cool seeing all your stuff that you've done. There was a couple of other ones. Oh, this was the Ruben Wiki one.
Yeah.
Did you do an interview with him? Do you remember?
I think if I read over it, I remember him and a few other people coming to our school, but I'm not sure if that's what I'm talking about here. I'm not sure.
So I think we should probably try and find them. I was looking at the video, it wasn't there, and I was like, damn. But actually, the one cool thing that is the. Do you remember doing this one, the David Tour?
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I remember watching it at home with my family. All of my mum's family came over and we watched the fight. And like it was just
fight of the century.
Yeah, it was just freaking like loud as like everyone's screaming, and I was just like, "Wow, this guy's killing him." Yeah, I felt bad for him afterwards, but at the time it was like a pretty big moment for a lot of people. Because everyone in New Zealand was following that fight. It was a pretty
it was
pretty
huge.
big deal.
It was massive.
Yeah, and then watching it go down, we were all just at home. It was pretty cool. It's a pretty cool memory.
And I was, correct me if I'm wrong, but were you one of the first people that kind of posted about this fight after the fight?
I don't really know, but I just remember my parents or like anyone in my family going like, "Oh, just jump on and write about it," like, you know, like kind of encouraging me to get on and do it. Sometimes I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll do it," and sometimes it was more like, you know, they kind of knew if I had like built like a bit of a routine that it would become kind of second nature. So this is probably one where like the excitement of the moment, just like I was like, "Yeah, let's go write about it." So
yeah,
hard to remember though, but I think that's what happened.
Because I remember, I don't know if it's, I remember someone telling me that this fight, like you were one of the first to post it, and people actually had, like some of you in your family from Australia or something, I don't know, someone from Australia had seen it and that's how they found out about the fight.
Right, yeah.
And you highlight and stuff?
It could have been, but yeah, I think, well, yeah, it says it was posted at 11 at night, so it was probably straight after. So yeah, people were probably sleeping by then, so wake up to a bit of an update.
Does that not blow your brain that I mean, for me, probably not for you because you're so used to it, but I mean, the thing that is crazy to me is that you write this, you write your match review on the fight of the century. I just remember watching this, and with your little highlight reel that you've done, and the way that some people are finding out about what actually happened in this fight was through your blog.
I know what you mean. So like, a lot of it, like probably back then, you know, there wasn't as much coverage of sports, or like, you know, nowadays you can just go on Instagram and see reels and stuff. So yeah, this probably was like one of the fewer ways you could find out. And so yeah, back then it was that's probably why, you know, there was a bit of you know, traffic around some of the reports, but you know, it was a pretty cool time where, you know, technology was slowly, you know, growing, but wasn't quite what it is today. So.
And did you at that age, did you understand really what was kind of that people were coming to your blog for that? Like, did you understand that?
Nah, I don't think so.
It was just still purely just like a passion thing.
Yeah, and then, you know, it was a lot of the time will be after the fact, like people would be like, "Oh, someone in America looked at your blog or commented on it," and then, you know, I don't think I've ever really like sat back and be like, "Wow, that was like that was pretty cool."
Yeah.
So this has been pretty cool to sit back and, you know, think about it. In that kind of way. So yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
I suppose to understand like the context of what you were, because like we all have like our favorite kind of social media platforms that we get our sports news from.
Yeah.
And like, or people that post, they do their thing. But like to think that people were waiting for you to post on your blog for that, that's pretty special.
Well, I don't know. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I was only a young fella, so.
I suppose you don't really understand. You're just kind of like, I'm just doing it because I love it.
Well, that's it. That's all it really was back then.
And then I think, is there any other blog posts that you kind of remember quite vividly about doing?
I think, I just enjoyed talking about our own games as well at school. So like there'll be some rugby games at school where I think we would, or even athletics, just talking about, you know, who the fastest was at school and stuff, you know. Got gassed my last couple of years, but just talking about rugby games, and then, you know, like talking about who played well in the team, you know, who we got next week and stuff like that. I just really enjoyed because, you know, at the end of the day, all I like doing is, well, I love sports, and then I love talking about sports really, and
Yeah.
then it kind of just like fell into my lap, like this whole blogging thing. Like, it suited me to talk about what was going on in sports or at school. So
So kind of was it like a passion that you realized, like, because like it's a gift to be able to do that, to be able to actually analyze a game.
yeah,
And I mean, you can kind of look through your reports and they get better and better every time in terms of like what you're saying. But is it something that you actually at any point of your life had thought, this is actually a journey I want to take? Like, this is something I want to do? Has that ever?
Definitely at the time, like, once I left Port England, I thought it could be something I would pursue, like sports journalism. And then, I guess, the further and further away I got from school and more into my sports, it kind of became like a thought that was more at the back of my head rather than something I really wanted to pursue. It was more like, I just started going a bit harder and more serious at sports. But yeah, it's always been something I've been passionate about, just keeping track of sports, player stats, schedules for teams and how they've been tracking, all that kind of stuff. I'm still
Very
pretty
passionate
naturally passionate about, but not really, I wouldn't say from a reporting standpoint. No.
Your rugby career is still thriving, and I mean you've had like such a great season this season, and you look at the next kind of few years to come where kind of watch the space. We don't know what's happening yet, but watch the space.
We'll see how we go. Yeah.
But what have you kind of thought about, like, we at Port England, we kind of, or in Manaiakalani, we think of ourselves as a lifelong learner, and I mean that always thinks of looking at what's next. Have you ever thought about what's next after sport?
Yeah. Definitely the last couple of years, especially just with, like we've mentioned, a lot of the injuries, it's given me time to kind of reflect and to think about what's next. And for sure, in one way or the other, I want to be involved in sports still. Whether it's, coaching or just helping, communities with being active. I guess, like all I can really say is that I'm passionate about sports and connecting people through sports, because sports can change a lot of people's lives. It doesn't have to be professional or anything. It's just
something
about
chill.
a sense of community or belonging. And I just love that aspect of sports, what it can do,
environment,
how much it can shape or change someone's life.
So like the journal, I fully agree. So like the journalism aspect of it or something, is that something that you could potentially look at? Or
for sure. Like I'm actually picking up a degree next month. I'm gonna start doing an applied management degree, and it's more from like a leadership standpoint. So I could probably incorporate that, like, because a lot of it's about reflecting on your life experiences or your work experiences, and then I could kind of mention that, the journalism and blogging side of it, just from a like reflection kind of standpoint. But who knows? James McConey told me, if I ever wanted to come on and check out Crowd Goes Wild, maybe, but I don't know, a little bit camera shy, so we'll start here and then maybe we'll build towards it, but who knows? Maybe. Can't rule it out.
Oh, mean, man.
Yeah.
Talking about the camera shy, I when we think of like being in a Manaiakalani school and always having the cameras and filming and editing, it becomes a thing, and it becomes normal, I suppose. You kind of normalize to it. And then I guess when you go into professional sport, one aspect of professional sport that people don't, I think about is the media aspect and the fronting the cameras through the hard times as well as the good times. You've constantly got people that are sometimes potentially calling for you to be benched or calling for you not to play, but then you've got people that are celebrating your successes the following week.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find that? How did you find that? Did you find any way that being in front of the cameras at school had set you up for that, or did you find any how that had helped?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like like when it came down to doing media or like promos, a lot of my experiences from when I was younger definitely helped me out, because naturally, like, I think I'm quite a, reserved or, shy person, but because of, the training I got from PNN or, just growing up at Port England, it definitely helped me to be, a bit more comfortable in front of the camera. But yeah, it definitely helped me big time. Yeah, like just being like able to still speak in front of the camera. But yeah.
How do you deal with that? The critics, how do you, and like I said before, you've got 1 week you might have a game where you score 3 tries and everyone's like, oh my gosh, you're the greatest thing.
Yeah.
The following week, you might get an accidental high tackle and you get sin binned.
Yeah.
And you've got all these people saying these different things. Like how do you deal with it?
Nah.
Do you just filter it out?
How? Well, we all get told to, kind of like, don't read the comments and don't go on social media. But I guess it's taken me like a few years to kind of understand that, how do I say, or just to like understand like where I've come from and, like how none of this really mattered in the first place. So, when I was kind of new to it, like, and, I might have had a average game or something like that, like it would mean a bit more to me. But these days, I kind of just keep it simple and know, like, win or loss, my family love and care for me, and it's that simple. So I got a pretty good life, and I don't really care if couch coach has something to say. Yeah. Because, they're on the couch. So
for a reason.
Yeah, well, that's just the reality of sport, Not everyone's like level-headed or, understands what it takes, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Oh, that's cool. So I suppose if we, to any of our listeners that are kind of maybe thinking about going into professional sport and having to be in that space for things, what kind of advice would you give them?
Pretty simple. Just believe in yourself and just don't worry too much about people who weren't there or haven't been there to help you get to where you are, because at the end of the day, after a win or after a loss, those same people will be there. It's it's all the extra stuff that comes with sports that some people kind of slip up on, like the distractions, or when it's a high, but when it's a low, it can be quite tough to deal with. So just stay consistent and believe in yourself, because you're gonna get tested along the way eventually. Injuries or fan comments or things not going your way, but just get a solid group around you, I reckon, and just believe in yourself, keep going.
Kind of closing it up, last couple of questions that we have for you. The first one being, is there someone that you'd like to do a shout out to, or maybe a couple of people that you'd like to shout out who made a difference in your life that kind of helped you succeed to where you are today?
Yeah. It's kind of tough to put it down to one or two people, but someone from Port England who comes to mind is Miss V. Miss Val Swanga. Shout out to Miss Val Swanga. She was a huge part of, like, for me personally and a lot of the boys in the school, just like how we approach sport, or being a team, how you carry yourself. She was a big part of getting us to Ames Games. We took out the Ames Games.
That's right.
2011, the sevens, and then from there I got an opportunity to go to St. Kitts, got a scholarship, and then that's kind of what helped me get to where I am today. So shout out to Miss V. Love you heaps, and probably my parents. I owe a lot to them, you know, a lot of hard work, a lot of hours sacrificed to help me and my siblings, you know, get the opportunities we did. So, yeah, those are the easy answers.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
No, yeah, shout out, man.
Yeah.
What Miss Whakawhaswanga does with our kids.
Yeah.
Just relentless.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, how she has a life outside of school.
Yeah.
With all of the sports she does.
Yeah. She's something else.
She's for those of our listeners that don't know, she's the sports coordinator at Point England, and she's been there for
still going. 20 plus years, I reckon.
Ages.
Yeah.
And she still looks 25.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Still carving up. So must be. And Mr. and Mrs. Bro, thank you guys. Gonna be ahead of the curve in that way. Set us up for our futures. So yeah, them too.
And our last question. What's one message you'd like to share with adults who may not realise how students in Manaiakalani are being set up to succeed?
Yeah, I think when it comes to like the students or the kids, like there's just so much potential and, you know, or untapped potential that I feel like is unlocked when you give kids, you know, resources and opportunities, like, you know, like the technology they have now, netbooks or Chromebooks or anything that kind of helps them express, you know, the creativity or the talents they have. So yeah, I'm a big believer in like, you know, if you give anyone an opportunity, a genuine one, and you back them to like express themselves, that good things can happen. So yeah, just the more we can help out, you know, the youth, you know, feel like they have a genuine chance to express themselves or further themselves in whatever career they choose, then the more likely they are to pay you back in a good way, like just with, you know, the natural ability that we have out here, or in Manaiakalani. It's yeah, there's heaps of examples out there. So just back them, I reckon.
Oh,
yeah.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
bro.
cool.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I forgot to when you were just talking, I remembered is, so as you kind of heard through, as our listeners have heard through all your teams you've been a part of.
Right.
One thing that you do is you get a whole lot of gear.
Yeah.
You've got tons of gear, and one thing is you have too much gear, and a lot of times I don't even know if you know that how much I've lived in your gear since you're playing all these.
It's all good. It's good. It's good that it gets used. You
Your
know?
mum would come on and be like, I've got some of Tanielu's gear that I would like, please, can I have in the office?
There'll be more coming your guys' way if you like Highlanders gears or I don't know, just anyone who's a Highlanders fan.
Boy.
Yeah, get in touch.
Yeah. But bro, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate your time first of all, and I mean, we just have to 2027 watch this space.
Yeah, see how we go. Thanks.
What's to come, but
yeah.
I mean,
thanks
such a great role model for our kids, and it's good to have you on. And
thanks for having me. Really appreciate it, and look forward to the future and all the best. Thanks heaps.
Bro.
Ciao. Sweet.